Hello and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are going to be working on the design team project. Now, I truly have no idea what I'm doing with this. As I said in the last video, which I just filmed a little bit ago, I don't know what I'm doing with this yet. I kind of thought I would do one thing and now I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll do another, but we'll see. In the meantime, we will just kind of flip through. I did, when we were on our trip, get kind of the ephemera pieces cut out, and there's a few postcards, some fussy cuts of flowers, a couple of washi strips here, cards, another fussy cut, another journaling card. Okay, so that's like the ephemera part of it. Then there are these letters that are back and forth with Frederick and Daffodil. So Daffodil's a person, so those will be kind of fun to read through. So what I thought I would do is I'm going to tear around them and really kind of rough them up and make them look really worn and aged. I think that would be really fun with those. And then we have our actual pages here from the Daffodil kit. And it's kind of a mix of style, and the color, it's a lot of yellow when I printed it. I think I may print some of the pages again, like maybe 2 on a page or whatever, to make some smaller pieces to use throughout, whatever it is that I decide to do, which I don't know what I'm doing yet. Anyway, so these are the pages. So I'm on the fence. I was thinking about doing just something with maybe a file folder, maybe just a trifold, or if I do a trifold, maybe if I do like a trifold and then it's like a little accordion where she saves her letters somehow. I'm not sure. I really don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. But this is why I was doing the greens and yellows and browns with the watercolor, which actually they're drying really cool. They're not dry yet, but I think they're going to be fun to play with, even in just pieces and parts and bits, and yeah. So anyway, so I'm going to figure out, I know I started this video, I don't have my ink out. I haven't even unpacked my rigid box yet. I should have done that. I opened it to pull these out so I could show you, and I was hoping that in talking to you it would inspire me with what I'm going to do with this. So like these are printed on 32-pound paper, so they're a little, they might still need backed, I'm not sure. I guess I'll determine that when I determine what I'm going to do. So I think I have to figure out my plan. And then once, I think I want to do something with a file folder. So let me get the file folder and I'll be back. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, are you shaking? I'm sorry. So what I'm thinking is, so my file folder is like 11 5/8 tall, or the width, I mean. And I'm thinking if I want to do my pages with the white space. I know I'm thinking, but I'm thinking on the fly, and I'm wanting to talk my way through this so that you understand kind of what my thought process is. The actual printed area is about 8 1/4. So I think if I score this at 8 1/2, that'll give us a little bit of room at the top and bottom. So I'm just making sure that I'm flush against the flat edge, and I'm scoring this at 8 1/2. Hopefully you'll understand why. So now I can fold this up. Oh, well, actually, fold it, Jody. Let's see. That side didn't score quite how I wanted it to, so let me do it again. Oops. Without breaking my file folder. And I can see that score line on this side. So let me just come this way and score this side. Okay, so hopefully that'll be scored well enough. Now I'm thinking it maybe still won't be. And we can get this folded up. And the reason, there we go. There we go. Now, okay, so now that's going to give us a pocket kind of to work with, okay? So then I have to decide, okay, on this one, this is like 9.5 to the tab, 9 to the flat area. So if I go 6 inches, that's going to be scored at 3 here. Bear with me. I'm thinking my way through it, and I may mess it up because I'm really not sure yet. Let me come over here so I have a better angle with my hand. And by the way, my Band-Aid's not gross. That's where Neosporin squished out, so I don't want you to think that my Band-Aid's all gross. It's Neosporin, I promise. All right. So now, that will be like the back of our... Okay, that's going to be the back part. So now, at 12 here, I want to score this at 6. Bear with me. I know I'm not talking about what I'm doing because I don't know yet. I'm not worried about this factory fold. So that's going to get covered and we're just not going to worry about that, okay? So now this will fold in. Okay. So now we're going to have an interactive piece, okay? Now I'll explain my thought process, hopefully, and you'll understand what I'm thinking. I don't want this to be super bulky. It's just going to be single signature with some decorative bits in here. But it's going to be interactive. So this is our back cover. So when this is closed, this is going to stick out just a little bit, okay? Is this how I want to do it? Do I want to cut that off? So this is going to be a pocket. Where's my, oh my gosh, I'm getting ready to ask where my scissors are. They're literally right here. And yes, I said literally again. See, if Mark were here, he would make fun of me because he really makes fun of me for how much I use that word. And I really should stop. But I can't help myself. Okay, so that's going to be the pocket here. And let me use my tab punch for the file folder tab here. Hopefully I put this in the right way. Get this out of the way here. Okay. Not quite the same shape, but I'm okay with that. Am I okay with that? Let's see what happens. Oh, it made that a pretty edge. Oh, we'll leave it. Can I do that to this one now? I bet I can't. I put it in like that. I did! I figured it out again. Yay! See what it did? Still not equal, but it's close enough. Close enough. All right. So that's going to be that pocket. And then on this side, I don't think I'm going to have this as a pocket on this side. So let's cut that off. Do I want to take that pocket out? Let me think before I do that. I don't know. Let me leave it as an option. Then this is going to maybe fold in. But I think on this one, what I'm thinking about doing, I think I packed my bone folder. Okay. Ooh, this one could actually be like this. That's going to be too bulky. Let me think about this and I'll come back. Okay, so I think I figured it out. I took it down to just being, just, you know, a journal. Just a small journal. It's going to be just a single cover, just a normal journal. Oh my gosh, Jody. Anyway, it's going to open like this. So I cut the flaps off and trimmed it down, but we're going to still use these bits. So, you know, if you're going to try to follow along, don't throw these bits away because you can use them for other pockets or tags or whatever, okay? So then I'm thinking, oh, you know what I was gonna do with this, but I didn't, but that's okay because apparently I changed gears on myself without even realizing. Okay, so this is gonna need inked up. I have, I think I'm gonna do it in Forest Moss because I think Forest Moss is gonna be a complementary color to the kit. If you're not sure, if you're not sure about a color, especially with the base, the file folder base, just test a piece. I mean, so I'm gonna do this as a pocket, so let me just put that on there. Yeah, I think that's gonna ink up just fine. So I'm not gonna bore you with inking. Honestly, I was hoping that I had Forest Moss in the spray, and I don't. Do I? I better double check, but I'm pretty sure I don't have Forest Moss in the oxide spray because otherwise I was going to take this outside and just spray it because honestly it does take a long time to ink around all of these edges. So I will get that done because then when we have our pieces on here, just pretend, you know, we're just pretending because obviously I haven't completely cut these out yet. You're not going to see necessarily all of that bright manila color from the file folder. It's going to look like our edges are green versus this color. You know, I do have green file folders somewhere. That would have been easier, right? But do I ever do it easy? No. And I need to take my corner chomper to that corner. I don't want such a square corner on this because I think that once we get this embellished or what have you, I think that that harsh corner is gonna, maybe, I don't know. It's a contrast though, so maybe I'll leave it. We'll see. We have options. I can always chop it and ink it later. So I'm thinking I'm going to maybe use dictionary page or some music page to kind of cover this. I will cut it slightly smaller than the pocket itself. And then, like I said, I'm just going to ink around all of this. I'm not worried about this crease because that's going to get supported in the process of covering the file folder, right? But, you know, make sure I get all of my areas that are going to be visible. I mean, I'll stitch, you know, we'll stitch through this, but I still want that to be green. But we're gonna cover all this and just work through it. So I'm gonna continue to ink. I have to go swap laundry. That'll give the oxide a little bit of time to dry, kind of get my layout figured out with how I'm gonna cover the panels. And then when I come back, we'll just continue to work on it. Okay, so what I have so far, nothing is inked around the edges of the papers themselves, but I have this for the cover, and then flip this open. I split this piece to be background here, and I know I'm short here, but I'm going to do something, I don't know what I'm going to do yet on this tab. And then I've taken that bottom off, and I'll use that for this pocket. I'm stuck on these two pockets because I just don't have, I just don't know. I may print this page again. I don't know if I want to, but if I print this page again, then I can kind of continue, you know, put the bird here maybe, or even, I don't know. I have this little bit of an Artie Maze that's left over, and the yellow actually goes really well with this kit. So I think I will go look through my Artie Maze that I have printed out and see what I have that's complementary that may go with the theme of the letter writing itself. I do have this textbook for pen and brush lettering, and I thought, well, that might be kind of fun with the handwriting and stuff in here to maybe make a tag or a card or something. So I don't know. I do not know. I'm kind of stuck right now. So I'm going to walk away and come back in just a little bit and finish. Oh, I could do that. Maybe I'll do that. And then maybe I'll do one of these daffodils here. That's what I'll do. Okay. Okay, well, I will just say this has been an eventful fiasco. Note a new Band-Aid. I cut myself on my paper trimmer. Like, how did I do that? I don't know. Okay, so I feel like I need to adjust. I I had moved things around and had Mark straighten my camera holder the other day, like before we went on our trip. And now it's really awkward, so I have to get it rebent. But, I mean, it's pretty sturdy. It holds really well. So this is what I have so far. Okay, so I think this is going to be the cover. I did look in my children's dictionary and get this orange D. And I have a daffodil definition, so we'll put that somewhere. But I think this D for a cluster might be kind of cool somewhere. I have 9 pages in the signature, and I think that's more than enough because we still have all of these letters that we're going to be tucking in places. So that's 4 pages that are going to be folded, and I think that's going to add some bulk. So I think 9 is more than enough with all the tucks and everything. Anyway, so I did find, this is an Artie Mays background. It is the I think it's part of the Butterflies in Blue kit. I'm pretty sure that's what it's from. I already had it printed, so I didn't want to print something else, especially because this is going to use yellow, and clearly this kit, the Daffodil kit, used a lot of yellow, and I'm trying to negotiate a new printer for my birthday before I need to buy ink again. So I'm trying to be really careful and just use what I have. Okay, so anyway, I still have to ink around everything, but so this is what we have so far. And this is the signature, which we'll be working through. I'm not going to flip through that right now. And then I did, another piece of this. So that's going to kind of tie those together, the front and the back. The little bird with the letters and the daffodils here on the pocket. And then on the back, I just did this page because I thought that was just a really nice, clean piece. And then, I've got other bits that I've torn that we can work with. I'm going to tear these down, but I think I'm going to go outside with a pair of scissors because I really want to like scrape around this and really make it look worn, fold it, ink it, really make it look like, Frederick has really cherished the letters from Daffodil and vice versa. So, and these are in an order. So I'll need to be mindful of these as I put them in the journal itself. So we have lots of bits to work with. We have things to tuck in pockets. Why are the brads there? Okay, so we've got our bits to tuck in pockets. We have bits to make tags out of, collage, whatever. Embellish the papers. I'm not going to heavily embellish this, but I think as it's coming together, I think I'm liking the colors. I'm kind of second guessing the green, but it's because I'm feeling like maybe I should have done brown now at this point with all of the colors that I've used, but it's okay. I can still go around just the very edge with like my ground espresso for a darker, or even the vintage photo. I don't know. I'm going to play with that. And I'm going to ink off screen. I'm going to glue all of the bases to the actual file folder bits down. I will get the signature sewn in with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I'm not going to do that online. I'm sorry, on screen. I know that some of you have given me feedback and say, I do all the important bits off camera. Well, there are things that I do off camera for a reason. I feel like there are so many tutorials out there on the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I can get frustrated with it. And I don't think it's fair for me to try to teach you how to do something that I myself get frustrated with at times. It's okay to get frustrated with it. And it's one of these times when we know our strengths and we know our weaknesses or our opportunities. And teaching a 3-hole pamphlet stitch is definitely an opportunity for me. And at some point, maybe I will. But this project is not that point. So please be aware, be kind to me in that regard, because I'm just not going to do it. And I share with you, I want to share with you. Sharing with you brings me a lot of joy, and I am so grateful for the growth of the channel. I'm so grateful for the comments and the feedback. But I do think it's really important to keep in mind when you are watching YouTube videos that the creators are building a brand for themselves. They're sharing their content with you. They want to share. They have a heart for sharing. And I think that it's an opportunity that if people don't have something nice to say, just continue on and just don't say it. You can think it all you want to, but you don't have to take the time to type it out and say that to the creators that are sharing their content with you. I mean, suggestions, feedback, always, always, always welcome. I never am, you know, I take comments to heart, and I think that it's very important that I grow based on those comments. And I am very happy for every single comment that I get. Please don't take this the wrong way, but I do believe very firmly that there is a very polite way to say certain things. And I think that more politeness and kindness should be used in the world that we're living in right now. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to end this video here, get it uploaded for you so you can see what I am actually working on besides the watercolor stuff that could potentially be dry, but I haven't used any of it yet. I will probably use some of it to back some pieces. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so on that note, I will see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and have a great day. Bye.